Well, good morning. Hey, listen, I've been waiting 3 weeks for this moment. Big A coming to you live from the station camp Greenway. Man, I can't tell you how excited I am this morning to be out here on this Greenway. 3 weeks, Big A's been flat on his back in the bed nurturing this disc, but I'm back. I'm fired up. I'm ready to go. And I want to talk to you about something that's really near and dear to my heart this morning. I'm going to kind of continue the theme a little bit about our children. And I wrote an article last week about Daddy, Can We Play? I want to talk to some of you folks that I really have a soft spot in my heart for today. And it's many people that are in the arena that I'm talking about. How to bring your wayward children back. Man, I pray earnestly that you've not ever had any problems with your children. I pray that the relationship has been unbelievable. I've been able to experience an incredible relationship with Brooke and Holly our entire lives. They're 34 and 31 years old. Now, they're not perfect. Don't hear me wrong. We've had our challenges, as all parents have. But some of you guys, my heart goes out for today because you're dealing with children that you have a broken relationship with. You don't have any ties, any connections. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to reach out to those kids today with maybe a word of encouragement, maybe hug on them, love on them, tell them that you love them. Now, I'm not saying condone what they've done. That's not what I'm saying at all. We have a lot of kids out there that are knuckleheads that have done the wrong thing. They've made bad decisions. But let me remind you of something. You made some bad decisions yourself as a child, as a teenager, as a young adult. The difference is maybe they got caught and you didn't. Now, I don't mean for that to sting too bad, but don't hold them to a standard that you're not willing to adhere to yourself when you were a younger kid. Let's show some grace. Now, listen, there comes a time for tough love, too. I'm not saying enable these kids, but what I am saying is don't disconnect with them. I know a lot of people say, hey, if you're going to live that lifestyle, get out of my house and don't ever come back. And you sever that relationship with your child. Man, please don't do that because you're going to regret that someday. You're going to look back and you're going to go, I didn't make the right choice. My heart really aches for some parents today because their children have made bad mistakes. They've chosen an alternative lifestyle or there's an addiction that they have. Someone's showing them attention rather than you, and it's taken them down a bad trail. Well, there's a parable in the Bible where the son came and asked for the inheritance early, and that was one of the worst things you possibly could have done in biblical days. The son went off and he spent the money in ways that were not pleasing. But the parable goes on to say that the dad saw his son from a distance. You know what that tells me? His dad was looking for him. He didn't write him off. He said, put a ring on his finger and get a calf. We're going to have a party, a big barbecue. My son has come back. That's what I want for many of you parents today. But you can't have that relationship possibly unless you're willing to reach out to that kid and say, hey, I love you unconditionally. It's not what you do that causes me to love you. It's because you're my child. And I want you to come back. Listen, parents, we got to suck it up sometimes. We got to be the bigger person. We got to be the adult here. You know well as I do, teenagers lose their mind oftentimes for a period of time. And if you sever that relationship, you may go your entire life and not have that bond that parents are supposed to have with their kids. I'm not saying what they did is okay, and I don't agree with the alternative lifestyles and the addictions that kids go through. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is there's nothing that my kids would do or could do or would ever do that would separate my love and willingness to go out and pursue them. Maybe you need to say, hey, I don't agree with what you're doing, but I want you to know I'll spend my last quarter helping you if you're willing to change. You can't beat kids into submission. They may do it, but they're going to still be of the same mindset. You've got to give them a platform to say, hey, I'm here for you. I love you. I don't agree with what you're doing, but there's nothing you could ever do that would separate my love from you. Parents, listen, I don't want you to be stubborn, unwilling to spend the money. Listen, don't love your bass boat more than you do your kids. Don't love your vacation home or your 401k retirement more than you do your kids. You've got to love them back to you, not beat them into submission. Don't break the ties. Don't sever the relationships. Go out there, man. They're your kids. We've got to rekindle that relationship. Some of you haven't spoke to your kids in years. Your kids have gone off. What about if you called them today? Today, March the 20th, 2017. What if you called your kids today and said, hey, Mom or Dad loves you unconditionally. I want to nurture our relationship back to health. I want to do whatever it takes to kindle our relationship so that we can have that bond that we're supposed to have. I'm going to love you through this no matter what. That's what I want for you guys today. Be the bigger person. Go out there and do that today for your kids. They're worth it. I'm telling you, I don't even care what you did in the past. Today forward, let's nurture those relationships back and let's rekindle that love that you have for your kids. Hey, I pray for you if you're struggling through that and you've got a situation with your kids where you're not close. My heart aches for you. Seriously, I want you to experience that unconditional love for your kids, okay? Hey, I'm fired up. I'm back. Greenway, baby. Big A coming to you live from the Station Camp Greenway. You guys have a good day. Hey, call that kid today. Get that relationship back. We need you to. Have a great day. We'll see you.